Welcome friends to another Cheski Plays. This time it is by Worthless Bums. It is a game known as Steam Marines. It's a roguelike indie title, still in alpha. You can get it on early access on Steam. It's a lot of fun. It's reminiscent of Space Hulk. It's a roguelike that can be fun and unforgiving. Pretty humorous actually. So let's get right into it. Make Cheski. We will go with the always lovable Mamushi. And I think Shift needs to be in here. And as well as the very friendly Bad Coat. These are all fellow Let's Players. Good guys. I'd suggest giving their channel a look. So, obviously retro graphics, but they are charming. Basically, the gist of the game is you come out of cryo sleep, your ship's been boarded, and just like with every other roguelike, you have to find the way to descend down to the next level. Good luck. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so we have, it's set in a steampunk universe. What you see immediately in front of you, there are interactive things like consoles, doors, items will be on the ground. There are action points noted in blue here below each person, and their hit points are the number above that. It's green currently. That color will change as the number diminishes. Down in the bottom right hand corner you have your inventory and credits, which you can pick up and buy things later. You have a mouse interactive weapon system. You have these later on become power up through promotions that you get through experience. So it's a lot like the roguelikes that are normally set in a dungeon, but toss in a little bit of sci-fi. So let's get started. It does work with the mouse and the keyboard. I prefer the keyboard just based on orienting your Marines. So Cheski will go first. We'll move forward. Crack open a door. Don't see anything. Looks delicious. That's humor is just kind of tossed in there. I love it. Always engage. I'm okay with that. You do always want to pay attention to which way you're facing. Like for example, if I have Mamushi here facing the wall and a bad guy comes through this door here up at the top, that would be bad news because he would not see him right off the bat. And granted, Cheski would because he's adjacent to that square. But yeah, just pay attention to the way you're facing if you pick this game up. So we will have Mamushi sit there, cover that door. What's Bad Good doing? Well, let's punch a hole in the wall because you can do that, which creates some very interesting tactics. You're not pinned to just the doorways. And we can see a room down here, it looks like, potentially, on the bottom left hand corner, that you can't actually see a door to yet. You can end your turns prematurely, which I'm going to do here. I hear somebody busting through a wall. And the camera will kind of move to the rough area that the bad guys that are off screen are moving. There is one interesting mechanic. For example, Mamushi is blocking the doorway. If he had 0 action points, I would not be able to go through him. But since he has them, Cheski can take his spot, but you notice it did use his action points. So it can create some interesting situations if somebody's blocking the door and you want to get them out of the way, but you've already spent their action points, you're kind of up a creek. So we will face the doors and move to the next guy. I think Bad Coat's gonna keep trying to break this door, and he succeeded. So there's a bad guy down there. Still not in range though, so what we will actually do is get Bad Coat out of the way, go up to Shift, and launch a grenade into that wall. And we have hurt that robot. We'll try that again. And he's in some serious pain. So we will go back as you can see, what I've done here is left bad code facing the wall. Don't want to do that. And we'll go to Mamushi, have him cover by facing this direction as well. Don't think anything's going to come that he can see. Possibly. We'll see how this goes. Let's end the turn prematurely again. Some space weather. Looks like gamma rays happening. I don't know if you saw that up in the right hand corner. It did say saving. It does save all the time. I think it's after every turn. So you can't get into a hairy situation and then back out. Like quit the game and come back in. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it and see how often it does save. But let's see. Other things to keep in mind. There is an area of effect on grenades. Since Shift is a grenadier, I don't want to damage bad code. If he was one tile closer, it could hurt him. Also, flanks do matter. So here we have bad code has the flank on this robot. So we're going to go ahead and shoot him. We didn't do much to him at all. Nothing. Okay, fantastic. We're going to try to get behind him, even though it's... yeah, we're going to be kind of screwed here. I'm just going to try to get as far away from those other robots as I can. Cheski's going to come down and join the fight. And let's see. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Shift is going to have to lob a grenade down there. Hopefully it does not hurt bad code. And it did something to him. Saw a 9 pop up, but his health is still fine. Okay, we're going to put Mamushi covering that hole next to bad code. Okay, so the hit points did finally fall off. It was a little delayed. So yeah, bad code is about dead because of my choice to have Shift launch a grenade. Alright, we're going to have to just end the turn. Okay, so that guy's side is facing Mamushi, who has a long range rifle. And I think 4? Yeah, 4 squares is the max. Maybe 3. Yeah, 3. Well, 4 squares if you count the one that Mamushi is on. Let's go ahead and fire on that guy. How are you missing? There you go. And he's dead. Alright, Cheski is going to pick up that grenade that was on the floor. Look at that. It is hippie approved. Fantastic. Oh, Cheski finds himself face to face with only 2 action points left. Okay, so 3 squares. That puts me far enough away that he can't do anything to me. Alright, let's go ahead and end this turn. Bad code, you're just in bad shape, so we're going to put you here covering that door. And I'll go back to Cheski. Get close enough, fire a shot off. There we go. Get some credits from these consoles. Pick up the grenade. And we will have Mamushi take over watch. Something's moving around up there. I've been surprised by guys busting through the door, through the walls behind me. That's no good when that happens. Okay, so I've busted into this wall, and I've taken... oh, I just broke the wall. Okay. Great. I'm just breaking walls everywhere. That's where the elevator is. If you can see the green outline here, and the down indicator, that's where we want to be. But we don't necessarily want to descend too quickly, just like any other roguelike. Because you get a little ahead of yourself and you need to get the experience and any equipment and or ammo that you can find. But that's kind of the flip side as well on this, is you don't want to burn all your ammo looking for that stuff, because it is limited. So we will kind of just poke around and see what else is going on. I think it's time for Bad Code to get back in the game, despite having virtually no health left. My bad. Alright, we'll just end the turn. I know Shift didn't do anything that round. What did we pick up? What is this thing? Increases the range. Yeah, I'll take that. Go ahead and put that on Bad Code's rifle. More ammo. He is fresh out. Try to get everybody closer together again. And we'll get Shift kind of up there as well. Come on. Breaking down walls. Alright, ending turn. Something else is moving around. Oh, great. Alright, Mamushi. You're going to take a shot. And maybe another? Ah, the weapon's dry. Reloading does use the rest of your action points, so you don't want to do it right at the beginning of a round. Evil cackle. I'm going to come here, hoping for a flank position that he rushes into fast. But we are actually, let's get Shift up here with us, but we won't be using him just yet. Come on. It will auto go to the next person after you've run out of action points. Good job, Bad Code. Get you out of the way as well. Oh, wow. Okay. Bad Code's gonna see what he can do. And he managed to get out of that. The skin of his teeth. Holy cow. Alright, we're gonna put Cheski here. Cover Bad Code. And we're gonna go over to Shift. And he's gonna fire a grenade in there. Oh, the range. I forgot about the range. Great. Kind of screwed myself. How is Cheski? Oh man, that grenade that I launched that didn't go as far as I thought it would, just about killed Cheski. Which, yeah, that's me. This is bad news, guys. I think Cheski's gonna die. So what he's gonna do is throw a grenade. And he's got one more. Yeah, we're kinda hosed here. Unless... How good are you at busting down walls? Okay. This is gonna be ugly. I'm really happy that that guy decided to go first, because it pretty much took any offensive that they had out of the picture. Well, for the most part. Okay, how do we want to proceed? This is way closer combat than I was anticipating. Cheski will fire and hopefully get out of this somewhat. Swap places with Bad Code. Let's move down and get Mamushi. Start taking shots from their flank. Okay, he turned around a little quick. That's what I'm kind of talking about there, with how you don't have to use all your action points at one time. Go back to Mamushi, try to get a flank shot on this guy. Got it. Let's get Cheski out of the way. Bad Code can probably get out of the way as well. And let's Start rocking them with this. One more shit. Oh, jeez. It switched characters on me. I'm not a big fan of that. Auto switching just forced me to put a shell into the wall. Didn't even want to use it. Okay, so Mushi's still got a shot left. I'll take it and try to get him out of there. Alright, he's got no turns left for offensive. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, so a roguelike with a little bit of tactics tossed in there. Alright, we are safe for now. Well, mostly. Get up there and see what we have. Bad code. Man, wash the bulkheads. Right on that. So we found the elevator. Can't get to it yet. Okay, more credits. Fantastic. Cheski's in some serious pain. Let's go ahead and end the turn. This is bad. Okay. It's not my turn yet. There we go. Let's see what we can do with just this. Okay, not a lot. There we go. Let's toss Mushi in that spot and crud. Just gotta reload. Get him out of there. Face that way and reload. Okay, so we should be good at the moment. Push my luck here. Animation's pretty charming. There's a little head bob. Everybody going in unison. And the turn. We'll take that room and see what they're... Oh, great. Maybe we won't be taking that room just yet. Yeah, we'll let them come into the kill zone here. And you're dead. Well, I hope... Oh, dang, he's got to reload. Taking my chances here as well. Okay, gotta get out of here. Who's left? My Mushi? What can you do with one shot? Business is what you're doing. Alright, we're just gonna hold tight. Bad coat's gonna take a hit, unfortunately. And yeah, give him what's up, bad coat. Dang it. Not what I wanted to be doing. So we can get him out of the way. And have Cheski run in there with his barely any health. Cool, we got a whole chest full of stuff here. A laser shot. It's a single shot. 4 square range and it does 30 damage. Don't want to use it yet. Why would I want that? Weird. Alright, so Cheski and Badcoat are both in bad shape. Cheski's a little lower. So we'll switch to him, use the... He has no action points to use it, so... Alright, back to the fight. Alright, that's good there. And he should... Can't quite take that shot yet. Or can he? Max range is now 5, that's right. Okay. We need to reload on shift. First time I played through this, it was on easy, and I'm already seeing how much harder normal is. Wow, this guy's got some... Let's go ahead and get out of here. Load. Cheski's gonna take everything that he can get his hands on. Let's do it, shift. Again. Well done. Now just keep watch for me if you could. Send bad code in to smash some crates. And you can't get it. Out of action points. End turn. Alright, we're gonna make our way towards that elevator. Everyone has to be in one of the green squares to go down. Move bad code over. Alright, we're gonna take advantage of the action point we have left. Reload. If you've noticed the two numbers here, the first one are the number of rounds in the magazine, and the second number is how many magazines you have left. And we're pretty good. Aside from health problems, which Cheski's in the worst shape. Why can I not? I'm out of action points again. Alright, we'll just go ahead and go down a level. We'll take that victory. We'll take it. And we will pick this up in the next episode. Thanks, guys.